Hey, what's up guys? Havoc here. So the question of the day is Poison Arrow a nice build to TM? Let's start with some basics. How does it work? Equip a bow, select your Poison Arrow, shoot the ground, boom comes a cloud that deals chaos damage over time. Pretty simple. You can't stack clouds by shooting in the same spot over and over again, so the only real way to augment the cloud damage post-attack is the vulnerability curse. Anyways, let's take a look at the passive tree. How do you scale the damage of Poison Arrow? Well, Poison Arrow damage is increased by projectile damage, area damage, chaos damage, damage over time, and percent damage. It's important to note that area damage currently does not affect the tooltip Poison Arrow, which you can notice by swapping around a Carcass Jack. As you can see, 12.7k, 12.7k, 12% area damage on this. Or if we take out the Conc effect gem, see, it doesn't affect the tooltip at all. Anyways, the passive tree, it's pretty straightforward, grabbing most of the aforementioned damage nodes, except for Corruption, which is top right, which isn't too efficient in comparison to Jewels, since it's quite a bit of points up here. Jewels are usually only 2 points away or 1 point away in certain situations in Scion, so Jewels are generally the best way to get damage and life. So, I'm running 6 Jewels right now. Most of them have 20%-ish damage on them. This one has 8% life and 10% damage. And yeah, then I have one unique jewel down here with a Pierce chance, which works really well with Drill Neck, which, as you guys noticed, I don't have piercing shots, and I don't need that, which I'll talk about later. So at the start, your jewels will generally have around like 20% damage on them. They're fairly easy to roll, maybe like 50-60 ults. So it's not something you'll do on the first day, maybe like a couple days in, or whenever you can afford it. Or you can just buy them for a couple chaos from like other people. It's like summoners will be rolling tons of jewels, and I'm sure they'll get a lot of like nice jewels for you. So you can just buy them. And eventually you'll upgrade these jewels to 30% damage jewels with 8% life, or 40% damage jewels, whatever you want, dips or not. Anyways, I believe Scion is the best starting class for the build, because easy jewel access late game if you want that, so I could really take the build to another level. Well, the other option basically is Ranger, but not having the AoE nodes kind of sucks, because that is one of the downsides of the build right now, which again we'll talk about later. Anyways, if you haven't noticed already, the passive tree grabs a lot of dexterity at 439, 5 dexterity, 1% evasion, lots of evasion nodes, pretty good stuff. So the core defense of the build is only logical to be evasion and HP. Stuff like lightning coil. So at 13k evasion, 52% chance to evade. Pretty good stuff, I'd say. Pretty good. So I have 4.8k HP right now. Lightning coil, 13k evasion, grace, and I'm running purity fire right now. It's kind of I'm not too sure yet which one I like, purity fire or arctic armor. I see arctic armor being useful for like, let's say when you're getting, hit by a billion rows in like a vulnerability map. Like, Arctic Armor will still help you because you will be stationary when you're getting stunned, so it's not too bad. So yeah, I'm not too sure which one I like yet, but currently I'm running Purity Fire. Anyways, I think 4.5k HP and a Carcass Jack honestly will be enough for non-vulnerability maps. You can probably do like 1 or 2 damage mods with them. I've mapped 290, I haven't died a single time. Actually, I haven't even done a map yet with the Coil on. Coil is a recent acquisition. However, in hardcore, what I probably would do is, instead of rolling all 20% damage jewels, I'd probably roll these all like similar to this, 8% life, 10% area damage, maybe use hidden potential to grab my damage up, which I haven't actually seen too many of them, and I'll probably pick up all my life nodes first. I'm being a bit greedy because it is beta in softcore, but I haven't died yet, so I think with good skill and good potion management, you'll be fine. So I think some of you guys are probably going to ask as well why I do not have acro. Well, the way I read acro is it's a 40% chance to not get one shot. That doesn't sound too enticing, does it? That's just the way I see it. Maybe I see it differently. I'd rather spend like, let's see this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points on like life nodes or damage nodes. Because maybe if I can kill the mobs before they hit me, don't have to worry, or just have more life, don't get one shot, etc., etc. So that's basically the defense of the build. And yeah, so the gear. Gear, I have a +2 bow right now. This is slightly better than your average +2 bow because it's +1 level of socketed gems. So then power gains an extra level. However, endgame, you want a +3 bow. I'll note the attack speed right now as well. It's pretty fast, so as you can see, shoot pretty fast, makes the curse on hit setup really good. I've tried a 1.2 attack speed bow. It's alright, it's doable. It just makes doing the poison arrow curse and hit combo like pretty painful. So I think you generally want to get a fast bow. However, if you see a +3 bow with 1.2 attack speed, I would go for it and try to upgrade late game, It's not too big of a deal. Anyways, the links are for poison arrow, level 21, so this is level 25 poison arrow. Slower projectiles, which is now a more multiplier now, Conc effect, empower, and pierce. As I said earlier, I don't have piercing shots in the build, which is probably a surprise to some of you guys. So that means my pierce chance is really low, right? It actually is not. Currently, my pierce chance is 94%. So we got the pierce gem. If this was quality, I'd probably like max out. We got the 10% pierce chance from Jewel Neck, and pierce from the jewel. This jewel really is the icing on the cake, I'd say. It's perfect. It's nice for the build. Anyway, 6th link, I'd probably add either increased AoE or Culling Strike. I think I need more damage. I'm not happy with the current damage in high level maps, so I'd probably add Culling Strike, and then I'd probably try to hit the potential as well endgame to really scale the damage up. I think Poison has potential endgame. So, the rest of the items, Jewel Neck, yep, just so we get more projectile damage from Pierce. It's very nice. I've tested Hypothermia out. Hypothermia does not work with Poison Arrow. Did this via Killing Hillock. Shame it doesn't work, but oh well. Rip 40% more multiplier. Other gears, just generally rares with, life and resist. Some of it's not that great, as you can see, like 26 life ring, but just quickly put this character together. Uniques, Lightning Coil, have a nice curse on hit setup here. Ice Shot, GMP, Vulnerability, Curse on Hit, and Temp and Increased Duration. If I had a Cursed Ring, I would probably drop Increased Duration for Temp Chains, which is a very good combo for keeping mobs inside your Poison Arrow. However, Increased Duration does increase the duration of the chilled ground on the ground. So 3.33 seconds, 2.32 without. It's not bad, I'd say. It's nice to keep the mob still. And you could probably do this for your party members so they can use Hypothermia. Yeah. Other unique is Blood Dance. This is my main way of keeping frenzy charges up solo. I generally never have to use my frenzy, but in a party you probably will. So the rest of the links are, we got a frenzy in here, blink arrow just for movement, it's nice, grace and purity fire. Again, maybe you want Arctic armor instead. It's up to you. Maybe you want something totally else. Maybe you want clarity. I think clarity is a waste because I think Rallying Cry is pretty good. 14.1% mana regen. Clarity is like around, I think it's pretty similar to this. Plus this gives you damage, which I'll show you in a second. So I have this in the same link with increased duration, GMP, and Vaal Lightning Trap. Vaal Lightning Trap is shock ground. It lasts for 8.32 seconds, and you can store up to 3 charges, so we get like 25 seconds of just shock ground for more damage. So really nice for your party, really nice for you, since there are limited ways to skill Poison Arrow, which sucks. Got a nice cast and damage taken setup in here. Yeah, I got nerfed. You can't really rely on it. So, but with evasion and good positioning, you it will save you once every 3 seconds, which is nice. Also a mirror arrow here, which I generally forget to use, but it's pretty good in hard maps. You can just shoot it out, shoot some poison arrow out, done. You got a nice clone. I think that's the gear. I don't think I missed anything there. As for future upgrades, just be getting better gear pretty much. And yeah, Carcass Chakras Coil. I'll leave this up to you. I think Coil's better for hardcore. But if I was playing softcore, I'd probably keep the Carcass Jack on the whole time. So, I think that should cover everything about the build. Oh, one more thing. Never mind. Why no Trap Gem? I know someone's going to ask that in the comments below. I know it. So, Trap Gem, honestly, why would you even want to use the Trap Gem? You got Store Proj now. You're going to use Pierce anyways, and you probably are going to use these too. Traps, you will need clever construction, because there are times where stuff will just kill your traps and you're just sitting there doing no damage. It's really annoying. Really annoying. So yeah, no Trap Gem. Don't like it. Also, when you're clearing fast, you're going to run out of traps a lot. And the AoE is kind of small at the moment, especially without a carcass jack on. So do not recommend traps at all, unless you're like doing some Adziri stuff day 1 or something, which you guys, I do have some other videos up with that if you want to watch it. Oh, also good thing to note is pierce when clearing. Every time your poison arrow pierces a mob, it will explode. So if there's some mobs here, it would have exploded here, 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 and here, which kind of relieves the downside of my really tiny AoE due to the new Conc effect gem being a less modifier, which is really shitty. Instead of the flat minus 20 or 30 it was before. So, should cover everything about the build. Let's see it in action. So, one of the really good pros of Poison Arrow is you can literally do every single map mod in the game. Every single one. Some of them are kind of crappy. Only one I'd really say is crappy is like no regen and 60% regen, which is actually the reason why I have mana flows in the tree. Just for help with 60% regen maps, which are pretty annoying. So yeah, I'd say this map on a scale of 1 to fun is maximum fun. You know, temp chains, equilibrium, blood magic, 3 Proj, it's just bad. So my curse hit's gonna be pretty useless here, but the ice ground will be fun. Let's just get started. Let's have fun. I have no clue how this map's gonna go. For all I know, I'm just gonna die a million times. It's my first time using coil in a map. I don't think I need it, but we shall see. Oh yeah. Shout out to Vok. Thanks for coming up with the map, bro. So let's go. Take my auras off because it is a blood magic map, and I will reserve my HP. See how this clears. Bizarre. Okay. So this has statues, and the statues are pretty annoying. They have quite a bit of HP. So hopefully we can do this map in like 5-6 minutes. That would be ideal. Temp chains is pretty annoying. Since you don't really need the curse right now. I'm kind of missing it though. Yeah, I think the only really problem in this map will be the statues, if you even consider it a problem. Some nice easy mobs, nothing that's too chaos resistant. Some maps, you know, you'll have like, in a Beyond map for example. Oh, golems are pretty bad actually. Ooh, oh, I thought that was a high level map. Getting juked. Anyways, golems are pretty annoying in high maps and parties. What else is annoying for the build? Yeah, it's golem, chaos resistant mobs. Other than that, there's not that many chaos resistant stuff in maps that's really gonna own you. If I was to rate this build on the scale of 1 to Flame Blast, actually no, the old scale was 1 to Flame Blast. The new scaling is probably like 1 to Melee, or like 1 to Sweep or something. So on that type of scale, probably rate this like a 6 or 7. The only reason I would give it a 6 is because the party scaling sucks. You can't really play with friends. It's pretty annoying. You know, like, no one can really buff your damage. Like, yeah, they can curse for you, but it doesn't really help that much. Ooh, is that a massive shrine? Gimme, gimme. Nice. Poster. That's awesome. Alright, this is gonna up the clear speed quite a bit. GG. Anyways, so yeah, no one can really buff your clear speed, which is a downside, I'd say, if you ever want a group. But if you want a solo, this is like hands down one of the best builds in the game, if you ask me, because you will be able to clear very, very fast, and your endgame potential damage is crazy. Like, I'm not even there yet. Oh wow, that hurt. Probably the lowest I've gone in a long time. God damn. There's some hardcore viability for you. So yeah, not having Grace sucks. So let's just add a lightning. That's actually the lowest I've gone while mapping on this character. Learn something new every day. That was with a Master Shrine too. So basically I just confirmed my own build is not hardcore viable. My current strategy of picking up all the jewels and skipping life nodes first, not viable. Confirmed. So yeah, this is why the rating is only a 6 or 7. You kind of have to take a risk. Do I take my damage nodes now, clear faster, get my life nodes faster later? Or do I just grab life nodes now, you know? There's a decision to make. In softcore, I'd say it's pretty easy. Just go Carcass Jack, go 5k HP, and then Just go all damage and you're golden, if you ask me. In hardcore, probably go for 6k damage. I've had like 12k tooltip. Oh, I don't think I've mentioned my tooltip yet. That's a good idea. So for Rallying Cry, we're at around 16.3k with Rallying Cry. So I don't have to die here. We have 18k. This is before Conc effect, and then, so as you remember, area damage does not affect the tooltip. So yeah, tanky golem is pretty annoying. Other than that, it's pretty good. I blame Havoc. Great. I wonder what that's supposed to mean. Now, if you're a better player, you probably know your poison arrow damage better than I do, so you'd know when you could just, you know, shoot an arrow and walk away. Ooh, plateau. Gimme, gimme. Take this skeletal shrine for some defense. Nice, nice. But yeah, I haven't played this in a couple days, so I'm overshooting my poison arrow quite a bit, which is pretty bad. You don't want to do that. It's not smart. More tanky golems and statues. Not fun, but not so bad. They degen base pretty fast. I'm pretty curious to see what the damage is like with a hit of potential and a level 28 poison arrow. I want to say it's pretty insane, and with a Leo mod bow. For those of you that don't know, Leo has a mod which is 30% damage over time. It is a prefix, however there's no PvP in beta, so you can't really get it. So 6 link, Leo mod, hit of potential, level 28, all perfect jewels. I think it's a pretty fun endgame goal and should be pretty insane damage. Should be, I don't know, should keep you occupied for quite a while. Let's get all the map mods, just great. We're almost on this map. JK, got a whole corner to do. This temp chains is slowing me down more than I thought it would. But it's not so bad. The real issue with temp chains right now is the fact that I'm not really using my ice shot that much. But it's not so bad since it's curse immune anyways, and these mobs aren't that sketchy. This is a haste map. I'd probably be spamming my ice shot here and there just to protect myself. Make sure I don't get like mowed down. Ooh, Crema. So map turns are pretty good. I guess map drops, I found map drops to be pretty good right now. Beta so far. And I believe they're gonna get buffed in a couple days too on the wipe, so it's good to know. My general strategy has just been, you know, chisel, elk, like not even like really chaos and just throw a bowler, but basically just do any single map that pops up. And yeah, not doing anything special, like maybe spending 10 chaos a day, maybe 15 a day max. This map is obviously an exception. Just put some domination on it for fun, but yeah, good enough clear. You guys seen most of the map, and yeah, it's a poison arrow. So to conclude, 6 or 7 out of 10, or 6 or 7 out of sweep, whatever you want to call it. That's the poison arrow build. It's gonna be fairly tanky end game, have fairly good damage, but it has a kind of a rough early game. I'd say a very rough early game. Then once you get to 70, 80, it gets pretty good for solo. Party play, not that great, but not everything can be OP for party play while doing all the bad mods. This is what it is. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have fun. I'll see you guys later. Peace.